At the end of the day, my gorgeous Leonis, you just remember, you do you. You need to do what you feel it's right. You need to do what you think it's right. Most certainly when it comes to the actual May, you are going to be tested a little bit, but all you have to do, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed, is just trust your own intuition, because at the same time your intuition is going to be guiding you very much so to such an important stage of your life. Because what is going to happen by the end of May, my gorgeous Leonis, you are going to face a bit of a dilemma. But this dilemma is just so important, my lord, because after you make a decision based on that dilemma, after you make a decision, then something is going to be revealed to you. But this is going to be so important because it's at the same time going to provide you with two options. But these two options are going to be absolutely mind-blowing indeed. It's all about this absolutely completely different and harmonious energy that is about to enter your life, which is going to start from the very first day of actual May 2020. But in particular, I want you to pay attention to how you feel. I want you to pay attention because something from the past will return at the same time, but it's to do with an old wish. It's to do with something that you wanted to work towards. It's to do with some new path. It's to do with a new beginning, but it's also to do with the fact that you have you've scared yourself in a certain way. Perhaps, most certainly, it's to do with things that have been happening around the world lately, but in particular over the last 12 weeks, indeed, something have kind of slowed you down. Something made you feel like a little bit different, and it did drain your energy quite a lot. So that's why I'm saying that in May, and as of like the very 1st of May, most certainly your energy is going to start feeling so much better. Your energy is going to start feeling different, and this in itself, it's also going to create an important starting point, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. This is a very important moment in time, and rather very important stage that you're actually gonna go through, because look at this, it is moment in time. This is so important. Relaxation when it comes to the actual oracle card means also that an important information is going to be waiting for you as soon as you connect to your subconscious mind, but in such a sense, in such a way that you basically have to maybe meditate or ground yourself. Also pay attention to your dreams, in particular when it comes to the actual 11th, 12th and the 13th of May 2020. My gorgeous Leonis, please do me a favor, a big favor. Pay attention to your dreams, but also at the same time pay attention to what is the very first thing on your mind in the morning. Because I told you before, when we open our eyes the very first thing in the morning, basically we are still pretty much so part of all sorts of dimensions, all sorts of directions and dimensions when it comes to our subconscious mind. So we are most certainly guided in this way, and we are provided informations that we wouldn't have normally because they are coming from somewhere completely different. So it's very important to remember, I will repeat, in between the 11th, 12th and the 13th of May, these days are going to be super powerful and super significant when it comes to the actual meditations, connections and reconnections, and also follow the signs, you know, see if there are any numbers that are repeating, any sequences repeating, you know. And also most certainly it's just like when you see some kind of numbers repeating or some kind of strange signs and things like that, you will feel this within you. You will know what is going on. You will know it's something different and unusual. But that moment in time, it's also very important sorry, to reflect on yourself in such a way to almost immediately try to think about what is the problem in your mind at that moment in time. What are you thinking about? What are you focusing on? Because at the same time, this shall provide you with a certain realization that you wouldn't normally have. But in particular, when it comes to some kind of timings, this time it's going to be absolutely super important indeed. You see this? It's an opportunity, an absolutely powerful opportunity that you are going to have at the same time. My gorgeous Leonis, this is a very, very important moment in time, and I need you to understand and realize that the answer to this is just be as open-minded as you can. You must not block yourself down, or you must not think negatively. It is absolutely super important for this moment in time just to be as open-minded as you can, and do not let anything, or do not try to let anything from the outside to distract you, to distract your mind, to distract your way of thinking, because that is eventually going to catch up with you. So that's why you want to prevent this most certainly, because May in itself, and in particular, when it comes to you, my gorgeous Leonis, it's the time of an unfoldment. May is super important from the beginning right until the end. And this is why it's so important to stay as optimistic as possible. 11th, 12th, and the 13th of May are going to reveal an absolutely remarkable moment in time when it comes to the actual self-illumination. This is a powerful moment in time when it comes to your own intuition, but at the same time, it is all about you coming to terms with the problem, but also it's to do with the self-denial. Self-denial, self-denial, and self-denial. Basically, you were ignoring perhaps the certain path or a certain part of your life, which is also at the same time going to provide you with an opportunity. But before that happens, you need to understand that there is something to do with some kind of self-denial. Your self-denial, it's going to be evident here, but it's going to point you towards the direction, and you're not gonna feel like, oh my God, do I need to do this? Do I need to do this? It's just something that is pretty much so very strongly part of your spiritual journey, but it requires from you to make a necessary adjustment in order to improve your daily existence, in order to improve your life, in order to do what you want to do, in order to feel happy, you know, in order to feel excited. I'm not saying that you are not happy or excited, but this is all going to be part of this a remarkable picture indeed, because it's about the self-denial and an important moment in time when you're gonna come to terms with something, and at the same time it's some kind of idea it's going to take place. It's gonna be strong, it's gonna be powerful, but at the same time it's not going to be obvious. It's going to take an additional 26 weeks after this moment in time. Exactly 26 weeks later, this is going to take off, and it's going to be remarkable, because at the same time going to enhance your power. It's going to bring you promise. It's going to bring you so much creativity, and this is purely because you are going through an important wake-up call, which you're going to realize through this situation, but at the same time, it's to do with your own rebirth. I really like it, because you know what? Listen, 11th, 12th, and the 13th of May are going to be so significant, because it's to do with the time of your life. And I'm going back like 9 months ago. So in the time, it's to do with the time of your life 9 months ago, since 9 months ago, when you were feeling like a little bit sad, a little bit miserable, a little bit unhappy, you know, worrying, you know, you were like, it's to do with certain desolation, it's to do with like maybe certain unhappiness, and this was maybe even causing some kind of sleepless nights to you. I am going back within the last 9 months, so this is not something just out of the blue. It's important to say that you're gonna feel like really beautifully awakened and beautifully shaken in the best possible way, but most certainly, this is because you're going through a transformation, and this is why you're going to feel so firmly to get a grip with it, you see, and this is why you're just going to you're just going to go for it. It's to do with your own transformation. You have to remember to work through your fears, and that means that you are going to be tested at the same time, and maybe perhaps certain things are going to seem slightly darker and slightly bit more negative, slightly lower than what they actually are. So just remember to stay committed to the task at hand, and my Lord, you can most certainly expect a very powerful change. And this is how you're gonna feel. Subconsciously, you're gonna be like, ooh la la, you know, it's just brilliant, you know, I like it, because it's going to really make you feel like you are most certainly going through a very important and personal transformation, but at the same time, you're gonna feel like you wanna do and change things around you. Like, for example, like, you know, like when it comes to Feng Shui, when it comes to like keep on changing things around us and not to have them exactly the same way, in exactly the same way, like in your immediate environment, perhaps, you know, for example, it's very important to keep on changing things because it's brilliant for your own personal energy. It reflects on you nicely, so therefore it's a quite significant thing to do. But on another hand, it's just so important to do this because it was causing like some kind of disappointment, and it's also to do with the time when you were kind of unhappy. You know, some times ago, you wanted to do these changes, you wanted to kind of like edit and adjust things in your life a little bit, but perhaps you just felt like it's not the right moment. So now, this is the time. I can also say, you know, you had lots of patience to this point, and this is just the time of your karmic reward. It's not going to feel like it's a completely like, oh my God, all pink, light and blue immediately. No, but it's just about this beautiful initial feeling, this which is going to most certainly be directly responsible for all this guidance that you are going to feel within yourself. It's like lighting the actual candle within yourself, like the candle of your life, the candle of your passion, the candle of your excitement, the candle of the new beginning. It's going to have the whole this thing because it's to do with the time when you were really patient. Now the whole new harmony is going to come through, and most certainly 11th, 12th and the 13th of May are going to bring you an amazing moment when you will know it's time for adjustment, and at the same time somebody very important in your life it's going to confirm something to you for you at the same time. Some kind of information is going to kind of appear right in front of you, but it's going to be connected to somebody who's very important to you and somebody who's very important in your life. It could be your friend, it could be your person who you really look up to, it could be like a little spiritual leader, it could be like some kind of a guru. It depends. Some kind of confirmation as in form of a message, a realization, news. It's most certainly going to travel towards you, and it's going to confirm this at the same time when you really want it the most. And also you shall also be contacted by somebody from the spirit world. 11th, 12th and the 13th of May. You see how complex these days are actually going to be. It's remarkable. When I say that you're going to be contacted by somebody from the spirit world, this could be someone who's basically like who you know, or who you used to know, or it could be somebody who maybe used to know you like when you were a baby, or it may be just somebody like a passing by spirit who will most certainly going to have a remarkable information for you. There is an important sign that you are going to have from the spirit world, whether this is going to be a beautiful little feather, whether this is going to be like something that's just going to fall off the table, whether you're going to smell the scents of someone, or the smell like maybe someone used to smoke lots of tobacco. Perhaps you're going to smell that tobacco. Maybe you will smell like some kind of perfume and things like that, you know, and you will know, oh, it's Mary, oh, it's Rose, oh, it's Jane. You know, it all depends, you know, how you're gonna know what spirit are we talking about and what spirit is actually around you. But most certainly an important moment in time from the spirit that you are going to have. You can see something fall off, or as I said, you can see the feather, maybe the door can just close abruptly, or maybe you can smell something. It all depends. But most importantly, they're gonna come at the moment in time when you need them the most without you even realizing, but they're going to pinpoint you towards the right direction, because you will know as soon as you have the sign from the spirit world, it's going to feel really bizarre, really strange, different and unusual. The little dimension is going to be different. So you will know we are talking about a different world here. But most importantly, you will know as soon as you have this sign that you are basically, the whole new hope is coming through. The whole new inspiration is going to come forward. And it's bringing you a bright and absolutely mind-blowing prospect. The new option, the whole new turning is going to come through, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. And most certainly it's to do with something that you wanted to do in a really long time, you know, because it's about mixing the actual past and the present, but it's the beautiful optimism that you are going to have at the same time. It's going to make you feel very satisfied in many different ways, because it's going to bring you wonderful pleasure and happiness. But most certainly the spirit is going to come through, it's going to come forward, and it's going to let you know that you are going to a rather sacred moment in time. And most above all, it's going to let you know that the whole new stage is about to unfold with a bright new prospect. As soon as you feel the spirit, as soon as you see them, as soon as you know that they're around, you will know that something very important is going to take place, and it's going to happen to you, and it's most certainly going to mark an important, remarkable new beginning, which is going to be directly connected to you making an absolutely mind-blowing decision, one of the biggest decisions of your life you are going to make, which is going to be based on all this situation. How do I even explain how important May it's actually going to be? Oh my Lord. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Leonis, my gorgeous Leos, and it's for May 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Leonis, and it's for May 2020. You are going to have a quite nice and wonderful surprise this May, and because it's going to turn out different the way you would have imagined, and you will see exactly what I mean. And I'm happy for you, because you're going to end up with a promise that you didn't think that you're actually going to have, and it's just going to be part of the really huge, massive, enormous picture later on, my gorgeous Leonis. Indeed, your number this month, it's of course number 1. Oh my Lord, number 1. But this is about the power, this is about the enhancement, this is about the energy, this is about being indestructible, this is about power, this is about the focus, this is about the actual whole new stage which is going to take place, and it's coming with this absolutely beautiful harmony, which is at the same time going to mark the end of an annoying problem, because it's all about the conclusion. That annoying problem that slowed you down lately a little bit, it's not going to disappear overnight, my Lord, but it's all about the next stage and feeling that future planning and being able to connect to different things, bits and pieces about your future, because of the knowledge that you are going to have at the same time is going to enhance you in many different ways. Number 1, it's marking the change, the beginning, powerful, but also not as obvious, you know, but most certainly it's to do with who you are, what you want to do, and it's to do with your passion. It's all about the beginning of an adventure, something very important when it comes to your own enthusiasm, you know, change when it comes to initiative and unlimited possibilities. I like it because it's at the same time, you know, you will have a little bit of crossroad, and that this crossroad that you are going to have is going to put you in touch with someone, and there may be a little bit of a conflicting influence, but all you have to do is just trust yourself, trust your own intuition. There is a perfect balance coming through, balanced force, harmony, and that is going to give you enough firmness in order to move on, but also to confirm something within yourself, whether the situation is right to do so or not. On another hand, you know, May will be directly responsible when it comes to your own destiny, when it comes to fortune, when it comes to an absolutely remarkable outcome, you know, of the problem that was connected to the culmination. And now this is connected to the actual culmination, and through this culmination you will have this conclusion, and it's all about the fact that you're approaching the end of the problem. An unexpected event is most certainly going to occur, but this unexpected event that is going to occur La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. An unexpected event is also going to bring you an unexpected opportunity. Do you see this opportunity over here? It's brilliant. I'm feeling this excitement that you are going to feel. I'm feeling this beautiful energy that you are going to feel, my gorgeous Leonis, because this is the opportunity that you are going to have, and it's going to be really brilliant, and it's going to happen before the end of this month. On another hand, basically by the end of this month, you are going to have a success when it comes to your own personal gain, but this is pretty much so to do with your security, with you feeling safe and secure, the beautiful, enormous, gorgeous light at the end of the tunnel at the same time. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to give you the opportunity to just get on with your life in the way that you want to. But also, it's important to say this is about overcoming obstacle and challenges, and it's so important to say that it's all about a victory and an important moment in time where you're going to find yourself in an advanced level, and absolutely superb negotiation it's actually going to take place. Just to tell you that there is going to be a remarkable negotiation that is going to actually take place. On another hand, throughout May, if you would like to negotiate with someone, if you would like to start something big, if you would start up certain processes, anything like that, it's going to work out really well for you, because the balance is just going to be absolutely perfect. So just to let you know, successful negotiation indeed, it's going to take place, my gorgeous Leonis. And this is what number 1 means. It's a very powerful number in many different ways. And also, when it comes to your health, I know the first thing that I'm seeing, of course, is going to be the sensitive bones, my gorgeous Leonis. Sensitive bones! Just make sure that you're taking nice natural supplements like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Very important. Calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D to protect your bones, but at the same time, I need you to take something to boost your immune system because of the basically cold and flu, like a symptom. So it's very important to keep on taking organic acerola cherry powder. You take 1 little glass of water in the morning with a teaspoon, drink it, baby, and you take 1 little teaspoon like in the evening. So in the morning and in the evening, organic acerola cherry powder, and this is going to boost your vitamin C levels. It's very important because it's natural and it's organic and it's brilliant. That alongside vitamin D. Vitamin D is also just as important to boost your immune system like it's important for your bones as well. On another hand, it's just basically your digestive system. It's going to be a little bit sensitive. Trying to drink as much water as you possibly can, and also natural dose of B vitamins is going to be like a superb when it comes to your nervous system, you know, for a little bit of a stress, and also when it comes to the actual digestive system, something that I highly suggest you. On another hand, organic chamomile tea bags, you know, sometimes people, I know I say this every time, but sometimes people don't understand how powerful chamomile tea is. It does have a little bit strong taste to some, I suppose, but then again, it's just really important when it comes to the stomach, the soothing, very soothing effect. Very good when it comes to the actual stomach lining indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now basically the first date that I'm going to be let you know about, the second date, I suppose, it's going to be the 21st of May. The 21st of May, you're going to find yourself in a very interesting situation, because it's all about the actual well-being and all about your own personal security. That is going to make you realize here an important realization based on your own personal security. It's going to allow you to start thinking in a different way. start thinking in a new way. But this is so much so very personal to you, and it's to do with your own expansion. That in itself is going to make you realize that you need to basically, this is a lot to do with your own improvement, and it's a lot to do with your development. It's a lot to do with a certain promotion as well when it comes to this as well. It's very important when it comes to the outcome of the past efforts, which is most certainly going to make you to go towards your own rebirth. It's to do with what you want to do, but it's at the same time going to make you realize, you know, that there is the certain little hidden danger that you're also going to be able to avoid while you're actually thinking about this stage. It's important to say this because you will be able to gain this strength and power through your own control over a situation, which this day is going to be absolutely remarkable, because it's going to bring you the return of strength, the return of courage. You know, I'm not saying that you like lost your strength and courage, but it's going to feel so solid, it's going to feel so different, and you will be able to feel this difference that I'm actually talking about. It's all to do with the energy, determination, you know, confidence, and most certainly it's about the accomplishment, you know, accomplishment. My gorgeous Leonis, this is a very, very good day indeed. You see, you have to trust yourself. You see, you have to trust yourself, my gorgeous Leonis, and do not bring yourself down. You're going to have an important vision in between the 21st and the 22nd and the 23rd of May. 21st, 22nd and the 23rd of May are going to bring you an important vision indeed. And this is also going to be really remarkable because it's the whole new cycle. It's also going to begin at the same time, my gorgeous Leonis. Very, very important moment in time indeed. You see, freedom, spirit, happiness, excitement, new stage, new beginning. All the bits and pieces are going to start falling back into the places where it should fall back, and it's going to create a whole new picture, the picture of beauty, happiness, love, and absolutely a remarkable opportunity at the same time. Okay, what else I was going to say to you, my gorgeous Leonis, I highly recommend to get the actual Moldavite. Moldavites, you see, it's very difficult to get hold of them sometimes. They're one of the most powerful crystals you can possibly get. I know I recommended this before, but for May and June, this is going to be remarkable because it's going to help you to remember your dreams. It's going to help you to meditate. It's going to help you to protect yourself. It's going to help you with your own personal spiritual growth. You're able to understand things from a completely different angle. This is a very powerful crystal when it comes to protection, grounding, and meditation, and realization, and the spiritual growth. I highly recommend you to get this. This Moldavite comes wrapped in the sterling silver wire, and it comes with the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, my gorgeous Leonis. I highly recommend you to wear this indeed. And the third important date is going to be on the 30th of May, 30. Bam ba-da-da-da-dum, bam 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 ba-da-da-da-dum, bam bam dun da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry, this is the moment of radiance that you're going to have, and this is how you're going to feel, because now the 30th of May is going to be absolutely the key date when it comes to the actual good news about your own gain, but it's also going to provide you with a direct realization, the whole new path when it comes to the actual advancement, when it comes to your own expectation. This is deep, this is very private, and this is very personal, because it's to do with with your expectations, with your desires, you know, and the results of efforts. This is very important to say because it's to do with an idea which is going to take place. It's to do with the promotion, but also an idea that you had, you're going to be able to implement it, okay? The idea that you had, you're going to be able to implement this, and this is very important because it's going to be connected to the certain learning process. So therefore, from you, it's going to be required to go towards the certain direction. But my darling, it's to do with you expanding your knowledge through the actual, you know, you going towards this process by expanding your knowledge through your own reflection. So some kind of like reflection when it comes to learning, and it's going to take place. On another hand, sorry, darling. This is real, by the way. Somebody said, this is plastic. No, no, baby, it's not plastic. Yeah, so basically, but on another hand, the 30th of May, it's also going to be like, oh my Lord, you're going to realize about a certain deception. Little bastard is here, you see. Little bastard that you're going to realize about some kind of dishonesty, some kind of trickery, some kind of obscurity, some kind of error, some kind of danger. Sorry! And this is going to be by the end of the day, on the 30th. You know, and it's just so good because you're going to be able to realize this, and you're going to be like, oh God, maybe I was taken advantage of, you know. It's going to be like that. So you will know who was taking, you will know who was taking the advantage of you here, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. And you know, it's good because you are going to have this caution. You are going to have this situation that is going to work in your favor, because at the end of the day you're going to be able to protect yourself, because what you will know then you don't know now. So this is why this is going to be so important, because it's all about your personal protection, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. On another hand, you saw that the 30th of May, it's also all about, you know, you reaching a quite very serious point in your life when it comes, but in a good way, when it comes to your material attainment, and when it comes to your well-being, when it comes to the actual victory. Very big difficulty. This is what's the best and the most strongest and the most impactful so far. It's a very big difficulty. It's coming to an end. Very big difficulty, annoying difficulty that created so many problems and so many negativities out of the blue. And that was so much so to do with your stability coming back, and a big wish that it's about to manifest. And you will know on the 30th of May exactly what I'm talking about, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. My gosh, so exciting. Now basically, when it comes to the actual first part of May, my gorgeous Leonis, you know, the first week you're still gonna have to deal with this little bit of scrutiny, some kind of scrutiny that is kind of took over your life a little bit, but it's to do with somebody who's very, very dark. When I say very dark, I don't mean in an appearance, but I mean in an energy, like a low energy, and the person, I can't even look at this person, somebody very dishonest, somebody who's not really nice. And that person, basically, it's kind of like going to make themselves known at the beginning of May, and it's going to be like some kind of scrutinizing situation. And also it's going to be connected, that person is going to be connected to some kind of tower. Okay, so there will be that little tower situation at the beginning of the actual May, but you know what, it needs to get a little bit worse in order to get better, my gorgeous Leonis. You know what I say, after the rain it's the bloody sunshine. After the rain it's a rainbow, you know. But it's important to say, so that person is going to be connected to a little bit of a tower situation, but for you this is going to be brilliant, because it's at the same time going to change things a little bit, sudden little change that is going to happen, but at the same time it's going to be brilliant for you, because it is going to open up a new door for you, in particular when it comes to chaotic situation, you know, and confusion that you were going through, you know, in the past 3 months alone. This is going to be completely connected to it, and it's going to start clearing it out. So it's going to lead towards your own victory, and above all, the actual mental clarity. This is so brilliant, and it's going to help you to reflect on you, what you want to do, your life, your skill. Just remember, my gorgeous Leonis, whatever happens, stay committed to the task at hand. From the first part of May to the second part of May, you will have all sorts of like a little distractions, but just remember, and they will seem that they're worse than what they actually are. Just remember to stay committed to the task at hand, because there is some kind of important apprenticeship going to happen. Something is not going to work out completely how you wanted it, but on another hand, there is something else that it's also going to start shining rather brightly, and it's going to take over after the certain acceptance that you are going to make. The second part of May, it's going to bring you a financial opportunity, my gorgeous Leonie, believe me or not, and that is going to change things a little bit for you, because it's going to make you feel a little bit indecisive. Decision that you're going to make, it's going to be very positive for you, and it's going to make you feel really great. It's going to give you brilliant honor, but also when it comes to your home, this is going to become your homecoming time. Important decision you will be able to make, my lord, and that decision, it's immediately going to reflect on you, and it's going to start and create a process of swift, beautiful, quick change. It's important because it's to do with a stale period and a stale stage, which is just going to start changing in the mid-May towards the last part of May indeed, and it's also at the same time going to provide you with the two important choices, but also these both choices are going to be remarkable and important when it comes to your personal security and when it comes to your family as well. It's about the actual determination that you are going to have at the end of May, which is also going to bring the repressed emotions, you know, something that it was repressed so far, you couldn't do it, you couldn't go for it. So now this is going to be the beautiful determination through the actual repressed emotions, which is now going to bring a beautiful outcome, positive outcome with overwhelming emotions. Someone very important is also going to walk into your life at the end of May. Someone very important is going to walk into your life at the end of May, and that person is going to play an important role when it comes to your practicality and financial security, because perhaps they're going to come up with something interesting, and they're going to give you some kind of idea. For some reason, they're going to play an important role indeed. And also that is going to help you with the greatest moment in time at the end of May that you are going to have. At the end of May, it's not only going to bring you this wonderful hope, this wonderful new beginning, but also, you know, the time of your life that you felt discouraged a little bit, you know. So now this is just going to be such a wonderful flip-flop moments of, on one hand, you're going to be able to prove something to yourself, but you're also going to be able to prove something absolutely enormous to other people or to somebody else at the same time. You know, this is important moment in time, but it's also an important moment in time when it comes to your own awakening, my gorgeous Leonis. Indeed, it's to do with the actual intuition, and it's to do with you feeling free and you feeling excited, and also at the same time, you know, this is all about the actual overcoming obstacle and reaching this absolutely remarkable stage here. I'm so happy for you, because the end of May, it's not only going to mark the whole new beginning for you, but it's all about like your life becoming the whole new project, the whole new dimension, the whole new direction, and it's just things that were so uncertain up to this point are going to start changing. I'm so happy for you, because I know how much is this actually going to clear. You will know that the end of May, and after that moment in time, there will be an ultimate change that you will start, that you will go through. You just have to believe in yourself, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. Okay, so now I'm just going to where is it? Where the card is? Here. La 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 la. My gorgeous Leonis, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are actually in relationship. For those of you in relationship, oh, King of Cups. This is important, you see. It's quite significant situation is going to take place. It looks like you had certain plans, those of you in relationship, and these plans were kind of postponed. These plans were kind of stopped because of quite a few different reasons. So this May will also bring the actual continuation, the continuation of something really important plan, important change, important beginning, important inspiration. It's actually going to take place. The whole new promise you're both going to have as a couple, but even more importantly, before the end of this May, you shall make a quite significant decision. It is not going to be taken on straight away, like, oh, let's do it, but most certainly it is, you're gonna find yourself being capable, and you're gonna find yourself being in the right way and in the right place to actually start looking at a very big change that you're both going to become a part of. But this is going to be really big. It's going to be great, and it's also to do with the change that you wanted to do in a really long time, but you were just waiting for the right moment. And you're also going to have both as a couple, you're going to have a quite significant actual, sorry, you are going to have a significant negotiation. Very, very powerful negotiation you're going to have. Okay, so now for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Leonis, for those of you that are single, oh, an important judgment here. You see, judgment. This is quite significant, which means that you are going through a quite important transformation. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, it looks like you're also karmically holding on for someone. You're also karmically like fancying someone, but there is also like a little bit of negativity left there. So karmically, this is like kind of holding you down, and it's preventing you to move on. So you need to remember, my gorgeous Leonis, that this is all about your karma. This is all about your spirit. This is all about you going on the next stage in your life, in your journey. But first of all, you have to let that person go. But also you need to remember that you need to forgive and forget, because karmically maybe you're still holding on for someone that you shouldn't. Maybe it's an ex-lover, a lover. Maybe it's somebody that you haven't even been a lover with yet. But it's also to do with negativity, and maybe something happened, and maybe there's still lots of negative energy around. So you need to clear it out. You need to clear it out by forgiving and forgetting. So this is an important opportunity for you, my gorgeous Leonis, and for all of you who want to find the love, for all of you who want kissy. But it's just important, first of all, to let this person go. So you need to make a judgment, but you need to forgive and forget. And once you do this, the door are going to be open, and the new person is going to walk in. Important indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Leonis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light. Okay, my gorgeous Leonis, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.